House of Second Session of 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly passes 5 demands for grants of over 2,574 crore rupees on Day 8. Opposition leader Okram Ibobi says BJP-led state government's debt in 5 years is more than that of Congress government in 15 years. Congress MLA K. Ranjit draws attention of House members to encroachment of Manipur's land by Myanmar. Over 12 lakh rupees sanctioned under Pradhan Mantri Adarsh Gram Yojana to carry out 5 proposals at Jamfu Kampok village, Siphonor. Manipur logs 48 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 in past 24 hours. Coronavirus infects 1,39,181 people so far. India adds 13,734 new COVID-19 cases, about 17,000 recoveries and 34 deaths in 24 hours. COVID case load stands above 1,39,000. And judoka front Manipur Sushila Ligma back silver and women's judo's 48 kg final of ongoing Commonwealth Games 2022. Hello and welcome to Impact News, watching Primetime English Bulletin. I'm KANGUJAM SHELLYRA. To stay protected from coronavirus, wash your hands frequently, wear a mask properly and maintain a safe distance. Now the news in details. Today, on the 8th day of the ongoing second session of the 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly, House members unanimously passed demands for grants worth 2,574 crore 75 lakhs 51,000 rupees of 5 departments. The demands are 137 crore 33 lakhs 78,000 rupees for land and revenue, stamp and registration and district administration, 2,362 crore 75 lakhs 13,000 rupees for finance department, 13 crore 51 lakhs 3,000 rupees for state excise, 6 crore 83 lakhs 55,000 rupees for sale tax, other taxes, duties on commodities and services, and 54 crore 32 lakhs 2,000 rupees for art and culture. House Leader and Chief Minister Dr. Manipuri, who also hold in charge of the Finance Ministry, moved the demands in the House. Opposition MLAs Okram Ibobi, K. Megachandra T.H. Lokeshwar and Sujir Kumar Okram raised policy cut motions, while MLAs Ram Muiva and M. Rameshwar gave observation. After hearing clear-cut replies from the relevant ministers, House unanimously passed the demands. Opposition leader Okram Ibobi says BJP-led state government's debt in 5 years is more than that of the Congress government in 15 years. The former chief minister told in the House that Congress-led state government from 2002 to 2017 borrowed around 6,610 crore rupees from the centre, while the BJP-led state government borrowed around 10,000 crore rupees from the centre in the past 5 years. Ibobi maintained that based on the accumulated liability of budget at a glance, it would be wrong for the newly elected MLAs and ministers to blame the then Congress government for what the present BJP government is going through. The CLP leader was raising a policy cut motion to demand number 5 of the Finance Department. Ibobi said several projects were introduced in the state like the Capital Project, STPI, IIIT, ITSEZ City Convention, MSFDS, and laying of 400 kV electric line and from Silchar to Nagaland completed during the Congress rule of around 15 years in Manipur. He refuted the allegations of opposition MLAs and ministers who had accused the Congress government of not being deaf to center and for holding it responsible for the prevailing financial instability facing the BJP government. The CLP leader went on to say that Manipur was declared as the state with the lowest infant mortality rate for 3 years when Congress ruled, and recognizing the achievement, Centre granted 1,000 crore rupees for establishing GENIMS. Ibobi said the Congress government initiated developmental activities under the Planning Commission and other funding sources. Okram Ibobi expressed belief that centralization of the University of Culture in Waka will help in enhancing Manipuri culture. He also demanded the state government to work towards centralization of the medical college in Churachandpur district and DMT University in Imphal.
Government is 9,000 crore. Pusalam na sarkar ji huji hagot pangam de leng maya de tawre haibda lowi ai arobudu di cheloi 6,600 crore sahi ta mangas leida huji ki 6,000 more than 6,000 crore hen changjibse productive oiba jagas da sinaba hanagi government na 6,000 crore hen pusalam me haibdo ai isaya ba not 9,000 crore akoi sarkar hek to khibdagi huji anau sarkar sina Akoina Pabsida calculation Lanba Warangadra nearly 10,000 crore from different sources, financial institution Mayamdaki. Huzik Powder 8,000, 9,000 Marakta I did nearly 10,000 Mayata. Low red 8,000 Lowham to Lowy and Low.
Congress MLA Ranjit asked the state government if it would remain a mere silent spectator, awaiting instructions from the Union Ministry of External Affairs, even if Myanmar encroached on Manipur's land. He raised the Indo-Myanmar border issue during the question hour of today's State Assembly session. MLA Ranjit stressed on the need to analyze the matter thoroughly by involving all stakeholders and with the intervention of the Minister of State for External Affairs, Dr. R.K. Ranjan, if necessary. Chief Minister N. Biren replied that the border fencing issue is being handled at Central Ministry level of the two countries. He assured that Manipur's boundary, demarcated at the time of joining the Indian Dominion, will remain intact and there will be no underestimation of state's total area, adding that the fencing delay is due to some unresolved problems. And Biren said fencing on the 5.6 kilometer stretch between border pillars 79 and 81 has been completed. He said that the state government will pressure the centre to complete fencing of the remaining 63.23 kilometer stretch as soon as possible. Congress MLA Ranjit says wages for labourers in Manipur are not in sync with the ever-rising prices of essential commodities. Calling the attention of the Labour Minister in the House today, MLA Ranjit said labourers and workers are finding it hard to manage with the wage amount fixed under 2016 Scheduled Employee 15 and 2021 Scheduled Employee 9. While pointing out that the government has been adding TA and DA for government employees from time to time, the MLA said that the wages for labourers also need to be revised. Responding to MLA Ranjit, Labour Minister Hekam Dingo assured that Manipur government will revise the minimum wage for labourers within August. Acknowledging that the present wage amount is unsuitable with time, the minister said an advisory committee will be set up this month to consider all angles before framing a new wage structure. Chief Minister Notaman Biren today informed the House that the government is trying its best to fully implement the Manipur Conservation of Paddy Land and Wetlands Act 2014 in order to save the paddy fields in the state. The Chief Minister was responding to a query by JDU MLA KANGUJAM Joykishan on the position of the Manipur government in saving paddy fields. The Chief Minister said illegal and unreasonable structures constructed on paddy fields after 2014 will be destroyed. He said that a team comprising comprising of SDOs, SDCs, agriculture officer and police officers are inspecting paddy fields regularly. And Biren said school buildings, hospitals and houses owned by those with no other alternative lands are exempted.
Honorable Speaker, sir.
Minister of State, Union SHELLYRA.
Education Minister Thaunausam Basantakumar told the House that the Education Department has initiated measures to fully implement National Education Policy NEP 2020 in foundational, preparatory, middle and secondary schooling. Replying to opposition to MLA Okram Surjakumar during the question hour in the House today, Minister Basantakumar said the Chief Minister is establishing an expert committee to ensure local dialect as the medium of instruction. He said the Manipur government plans to establish a state multidisciplinary and skilled university with 7 campuses in hill areas based on NEP 2020 to enroll not less than 3,000 students. He said 24 colleges will be integrated as constituent colleges under the proposed university. Opposition MLA Kemaga Chandra raised policy cut the demands for grant number 5 Finance Department, stating that the GST Council is ever ready to collect tax for everything and anything including cow dung. He said Manipur is a poor state, but unfortunately it has to pay similar tax like other rich states. He expressed shock upon GST collection from stationery items and school uniforms and termed it as unethical. He condemned the government for the hike in taxes in almost every sphere. The MLA appealed to provide pension, family pension, the CRC commutation, GPF and gratuity to beneficiaries on time, stating that the new pension scheme introduced in 2007 does not have security. He appealed to retain the old pension scheme as done in many other states. Congress MLA K. Ranjit expressed concern that the Chief Minister is not keeping his words to develop the Manipur film industry as assured during the Assembly session held on February 22 last year. Ranjit recalled that the Chief Minister during the session had given assurance to put into action the memorandum submitted by film-related for associations by March 2021. Opposing the demand to grant number 41 of Art and Culture, MLA K. Ranjit said the state used to collect an amusement tax of around 1 crore rupees per annum from around 80 cinema halls in the past, but now the number of cinema halls in the heart of city has reduced to just 1 or 2. Ranjit stressed on the need to revive and upgrade cinema theatres in Manipur with the latest technology in view that films play a big role in promoting art and culture. In reply, Chief Minister N. Biren said he would look into the demands of the 4 associations on keeping the film industry in the DIPR. Film industry is currently under the Art and Culture Department. N. Biren added that the centre has started releasing funds for development of Manipur film industry and state government will take all necessary action. All Travel Students Unit Manipur press note calls 24-hour total shutdown in all the hill districts from 6 p.m. tomorrow against non-tabling of the Manipur Hill Areas ADC Bill 2021 in the ongoing assembly session. The press note also said that restriction during a shutdown will be exempted for essential services. It warned of stronger hesitation if the bill recommended by Hill Area Committee is not tabled in the House. Funds sanctioned under Pradhan Mantri Adarsh Gram Yojana of the Ministry of Social Justice Empowerment during 2019-20 to carry out 5 proposals at Champu Kampok village reportedly never reached the village. Representatives of Champu Kampok Village Welfare Committee Loktak held a press meet in this regard at Indigenous Perspectives in Manipur Assembly Road, Chingmerong Maninglekai today. Advisor Oinam Trajan said Centre had sanctioned 20 lakh rupees for the 5 proposals, included drinking water and sanitation, health and nutrition, rural road and housing, electricity, and clean fuel and digitization. He said that upon filing RTI, it came to light that around 12 lakh rupees have been siphoned off in the carrying out of this proposal. Stating that the village never received any of these benefits and no construction was made, he appealed to the relevant authorities to take immediate action to punish the miscreants.
Prime Minister Village Conversion Committee Makogi Pocket ki Unitara Pasanate, Portable Prasasing to Tarakuni, Sara Saragal of CD, a Prasasing activity. Other state Gamengi, Riva, the corruption oil, the resilience oil, CVI Boros, and Gamengi Makadani agency Mayamsina, Hariba Sum branch Dita Wasinje, Paragat and the people of Pami, Aduga Makuna, Bangkok and Harata Tubumatanda, Bangkok Pami.
6 people, including the President of Mayeng Lamzao Gram Panchayat in Kaching district, began a relay hunger strike demanding fertilizers for farmers. Mayeng Lamzao, GP President U Narzit, DH Jaykumar, U Ras Mohant, U Ranjit, U Buyaima, and M Manitot launched their strike at Lamzao Mayeng Laikai Community Hall today. Speaking on the sidelines, Pradhan Narzit said some farmers have received urea under the initiative of Yanglam MLA, but many in the constituency are still deprived. He expressed concern that the issue would affect crop yields. Farmers of Lamzao Tezpur and Laimanai have been staging protests since July 30 over the fertilizer crisis. Pradhan Narzit warned that the farmers' community will launch a series of agitation if the relevant authorities fail to meet their demands.
Okay, London City, MLA Yam, Noise Manager, but with an alumni Paramadi Hall, Pangamagi, Pongay, when the Pangaba Harsi, the cow at Bahadu, Pangaba, long mission do not go over. I did a collection of the Yumamada, the low Wamada, Harki, Tranga Pangba, the singer, Harbe Pam, the Chumba Harbiam with the Pangayawa, Harbiam Pangaja, nobody, among I did Malakana powder, August has the hearts I hold the I can't bottom the hearts are low singing. I am hard Marakan Pang, I don't have low column that the hearts are up nothing. I don't know. I see a Lomish in the heart Pangal.
On the other hand, Apunba Lomidlut Mayeng Lamzao Gram Panchayat convener CHG alleged that the hunger strike demanding fertilizer was aimed at tarnishing the image of the Apunba Lomidlut and the local MLA. He claimed that farmers in Hyanglam constituency, including farmers of Mayeng Lamzao GP, have already received adequate fertilizers in 3 phases under the initiative of Hyanglam MLA Dr. Waira Deshang. He appealed to stop trying to gain political mileage and raising false propaganda, but to extend support to the association and the local MLA to enable urea distribution for the 4th phase.
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯖꯔꯤꯕ ꯑꯁꯤꯕꯨ ꯃꯤꯡꯆꯠ ꯊꯤꯅꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯋꯥꯀꯠ ꯃꯤꯐꯝ ꯐꯪꯕ ꯉꯁꯤꯃꯛꯇꯒꯤꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯆꯔꯥ ꯍꯦꯟꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯒꯤ ꯄꯥꯎ ꯇꯥꯖꯔꯦ ꯑꯁꯤꯒꯨꯝꯂꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯃꯤꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯛꯇꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯍꯥꯔꯁꯤ ꯐꯪꯕ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯤꯕꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯔ ꯐꯪꯗꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯍꯨꯠꯇ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯐꯪꯅꯅꯕ ꯆꯦꯟꯖꯔꯤ ꯆꯣꯡꯖꯔꯤꯕ ꯂꯧꯃꯤꯂꯨꯞ ꯑꯃꯗꯤ ꯂꯣꯀꯦꯜ MLAꯅ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯕꯤꯔꯤꯕ ꯂꯝꯕꯤ ꯑꯁꯣꯝꯗ ꯃꯇꯦꯡ ꯄꯥꯡꯁꯤꯟꯕꯤꯔꯒ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯐꯕ ꯂꯝꯕꯤꯔꯣꯝꯗ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤ ꯍꯥꯔ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯃꯄꯨꯡ ꯐꯥꯅ ꯐꯪꯅꯅꯕ ꯏꯁꯥ ꯏꯁꯥꯒꯤ ꯗꯔꯀꯥꯔ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯀ꯭ꯋꯥꯟꯇꯤꯇꯤ ꯆꯥꯡ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯌꯧꯅ ꯐꯪꯅꯅꯕ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯃꯤꯟꯅꯕꯗ ꯃꯇꯦꯡ ꯄꯥꯡꯕꯤꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯖꯅꯤ ꯈꯟꯖꯩ.
As part of War Against Drug 2.0, teams of Kaching police seized 272 grams of suspected heroin powder from 2 cadres of various outfits under suspension of the operation at around 6:30 a.m. today. Acting on a tip-off, team of Commando Kaching under the overall supervision of Kaching SP, Shreybirds IPS seized the drugs from 2 miscreants driving a 4-wheeler Quake bearing registration number AS02Q1649 near the gate of Bulletin police station. The suspected drug in 22 sub cases were recovered from the floor of the co-driver's seat of the vehicle. Arrested persons are 31 years old, Paumil Lung, son of the Kontang of Elt Bolkot village, Churchampur, and 21 years old, HL Sekong Mang Mate, son of HL Hekong Kai Mate of Technopol Bazaar, Technopol district. According to police, Pongmilant has confessed that he is a cadre of KNLF, a prescribed outfit under suspension of the operation, and Taekong Mount has also confessed that he is a cadre of KNO, PAKAN, which is also an outfit under suspension of the operation. The arrested person, along with the seized articles, have been handed over to OC Kaching Police Station for necessary legal action. Kada today demands government's plan to legalize imported liquor as raised by Chief Minister N. Biren in the House today. Kada also demanded the resignation of the Chief Minister on moral ground. Addressing media person at Kada office today, Kada Secretary Git Chandra Mangang questioned the logic behind government's plan to legalize alcohol on the pretext of providing quality liquor to prevent the death caused by consuming spurious alcohol. He also asks how the government will decide on the quality of alcohol, how government can be sure that there will be no death due to consumption of quality liquor. Git Chandra also demanded a white paper proved on the Chief Minister's claim that state government will receive 600 crore to 700 crore rupees as possible income from legalizing alcohol. The ability of alcohol in the state, despite implementation of the Manipur Liquor Prohibition Act 1991 to prohibit it, truly exposes the failure of government. He urged the government to strengthen the present act and work towards completely prohibiting alcohol in the state rather than discussion ways to legalize alcohol.
Manipur Liquor Prohibition Act chana yuna mono ka siriba mayam crashing the saliba mayam sidagi mo orphan o heliba mayam sigi responsibility se government pu godong mayam government na puthorei bo wafam se khoi kadana sungya ya banga moy so le haiba prohibition act se hena kankhat na ba assembly sida garmai tok sige if death penalty bisira bu haisu khoi khana be yaina na Manipur gi leiba phibam siga chana na khoi pros and cons khoi ne negadabani haiba hiram sida kuina thabak tawraba civil society ima mera pai bi myam lei sigi oi opinion lowgadamne khoina pam si kaino kamai to sige do khoi khana da bi da hector government na ngami hena pangtok tawragadi adum Manipur mai chakani.
Manipur State Council of the India Youth Federation press release says Manipur government's war on drugs mission will not be successful unless culprit investors are arrested. Manipur added 48 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 in the past 24 hours as per the latest report from State Health Department and COVID-19 Command Control Room. The coronavirus has affected 139,181 people and claimed 2,129 lives in the state so far. Active, recovered and dead cases have not been updated till the time of filing this report. Now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you updates on coronavirus cases in India and the world. Keep watching Impact News.
Sharon Educational Foundation Nagam Falls from Infant Class 11 and 12 Science admission Hosere Takadava subject in the Physics, Chemistry, Biology, Maths Day and Class 8, 9, 10 the second best foundation course Hosere CBS 70 Boston to 1 class Legani class Matana Nusul Pumari Makaidagina Midal Punter Makai Pawani class Hobaki Matana August Summer English and Queen Palmas Nupi to 1 event service and the hostel Kudong Savale.
Kangunjaba, Panthavi Housing Finance Company Limited amasung sister company singi maikaidagi khanghalakli madudi company sing asidagi loan lokraga defaulter oine leiriba loani member singa lakliba July gi tang taraga manga English singaniga kunithoi fawgi manungda isa gi loan due singdok pigadabani hayengmak head office amasung branch office singda lakpiraga due amount sing adu singdok piu thawshabi trabadi isa gi property sing Sarfasi Act 2002 gi makhada auction tokthok charaga Hanasu auction Toba Yaukrabani. Kanganjariba, Panthavi Housing Finance Company Limited, amasung sister company sing, Tarangbam Laikai, Uripok, Imphal. Unique Net Academy by a team of well-qualified, experienced and sincere teachers. Admission open and EET UGG Foundation course Lakliba August Kitang Ahumdagi Hujaragani. Updated study material Pijabatanatana, dot clearing classes, Nongmaijin Kudingi test Amadi, test matung questions amasung answers analysis Taubagi Kudong Jabasu Pijari. Class Amada Mahire Kuntraga Nithoidagi Hendana Lehenduna. Teacher students interaction to Hangat Hanbatanatana, hostel ki Kudong Jabasu Pijari. Class ki timing na ꯅꯨꯡꯊꯤꯜꯒꯤ ꯄꯨꯡ 1:30ꯗꯒꯤ 5:30 ꯐꯥꯎꯕ ꯊꯝꯖꯔꯤ ꯔꯦꯖꯤꯁꯇ꯭ꯔꯦꯁꯟ ꯇꯧꯕꯒꯤ ꯑꯔꯣꯏꯕ ꯅꯨꯃꯤꯠꯅ ꯖꯨꯂꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯇꯥꯡ 38ꯗ ꯑꯣꯏꯒꯅꯤ ꯈꯨꯗꯣꯡꯆꯥꯕꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯂꯧꯕꯤꯍꯧ ꯑꯀꯨꯞꯄ ꯃꯔꯣꯜꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛ ꯌꯨꯅꯤꯛ ꯅꯦꯠ ꯑꯦꯀꯥꯗꯃꯤ ꯁꯦꯒꯥ ꯔꯣꯗ ꯀꯣꯟꯖꯤꯡ ꯍꯖꯥꯔꯤ ꯂꯩꯀꯥꯏ ꯑꯣꯄꯣꯖꯤꯠ ꯁꯉꯥꯏ ꯇ꯭ꯔꯁꯇꯒꯤ ꯈꯪꯕꯤꯕ ꯌꯥꯒꯅꯤ
Classic Hospitality Training Institute, a unit of Babina Healthcare and Hospitality Industries Private Limited, initiated by Classic Group of Hotels. Admission open for 1-year diploma in hotel management and 6 months course in food preparation and culinary arts. For free counseling, visit us at Hotel Imphal by the Classic, 3rd floor, North AOC Imphal, Manipur, from 9:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. For more details, please contact Classic Hospitality Training Institute. Phone number 690-935-8685.
Presto Personalized Wonders, Imphal Nauna Hangdok Jere, Heidi Basida, Personalized Gifts, Corporate Gifts, Awards and Mementos, Home Decor, Office Rubber Stamp Nachingba, Potlam Singh, Mafam Asida Pambigani, Nasi Maglangsing Birau, Tilakras Enterprises, Presto, Tangal Bazar near Kasturi Tong, Imphal. Contact number 0385-244-9025 Natraga 98621-00456.
Welcome back. After the break, you're watching Primetime English Bulletin. India added 13,734 new COVID-19 cases, 17,897 recoveries and 34 deaths in the last 24 hours. As part of the latest report of the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, India's COVID-19 active case load stands at 1,39,792. Total recoveries are 4,33,83,787. Recovery rate stands at 98.49%. Death toll reaches 5,26,430. Over 204 crore 60 lakh doses of COVID-19 vaccine had been administered in India so far. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 58 crore 32 lakhs 98,000 people. It has claimed above 64 lakhs 22,000 people, and recoveries are above 55 crore 38 lakhs 69,000. USA has the highest active cases of above 38 lakhs 45,000 in the world. People living with HIV/AIDS urge Manipur government to table the prevailing issue of non-availability of the antiretroviral therapy ART doses in the ongoing state legislative assembly monsoon session. Speaking to media at Kisamba today, people living with HIV/AIDS who are dependent on the ART expressed worry that around 14,000 ART-dependent people have not been getting ART doses in the past 3 months as they ran out of stock in 11 government-run ART centers and 2 centers run by NGOs. They demanded Chief Minister Dr. Manipuri and Health Minister Dr. Sapam Ranjan to take stock of the situation. They also demanded action against replacement of Azaranavir, Retiviravir tablets with Lopinavir, Ritonavir tablets, prescribing children doses to adults and providing medicines meant for line 1 to line 2 people.
Akoina toina haijaba taragasu akoigi problems ita tabidabadongna tawribase akoigi aso asang bureaucratic members sina aduga maruoina honorable CM na lumna lobiraga hauji phamlaga leiribe assembly asida akoigi ART drug asibu kamai tawraga patient singseida matam chana tha khudingi akoigi stock sida chap chana lehela kanda phanghan bigadage habado amuktang munna khana biraga athuba matamda athuba positive oiba lambien ama sinbina bagidamakta akoigi honorable CM amuktang pungning sinbiu habasi akoigi patient amana phongdoksari.
Bishnupur District Police today arrested 4 persons suspected to be active cadres of proscribed NRFM and believed to be involved in the killing of a non-Manipur in Joshampur and also in planting bombs at a pharmacy on Dreams Road few weeks back. The arrested persons are Amom Santikumar, age 24, son of Let Jugindro from Kumbi Hauta Tampa Kuno, Ningthozam Kalemba, age 24, Ningthozam Thoiba, age 22, son of Let Mitishwart and Wahengba Marsit, age 24, son of Sudarfit, all from Kumbi Terakong. According to Bishnupur Police, on receiving an input about movement of insurgents belonging to proscribed group, a team led by additional SP Operation M. Droni and Commando OC Y. Saktisan carried out checking, and 2 persons who came riding on a pulsar bike starting firing towards the police team, and police also returned fire. Later, the police team chased down the bike and arrested those 2 persons from Tormung Bangla area, and they were identified as Santi Kumar and Kalemba. A 9 a.m. pistol and 3 live bullets were captured from them. And they also revealed about Marsit, who is suspected to be involved in killing a non-Manipuri in Jursampur, who was later arrested from his house along with few live bullets. And also questioning Marsit, it was revealed that another person named Thoiba was involved in planting bombs at a pharmacy in Rims Road. That led to the arrest of Thoiba. All the arrested persons have been handed over to Moirang Police Station for further interrogation along with the seized weapons. Miscreants have planted a hand grenade at the construction site of a new post office building in Kakching, Pausupat, Laikai under Kakching Police Station. The bomb was discovered at around 10 a.m. today by non-local laborist who was working at a site. Kakching police arrived at the scene and cordoned the area. Later, bomb squad arrived at the spot at around 5:05 p.m. and took the grenade to defuse it at Kakching Marangba Hills 15 minutes later. No one has claimed responsibility for the incident till the time of filing this report. Kakching Police Station has registered a case. Teams of the Imphal 2S Police Commando conducted a coordinated search operation this afternoon at Thangal Bazaar site covering Dharmasala, Sangai Continental Street and Chamber areas of the Imphal 2S district. Around 107 individuals were verified during the operation, carried out from 4:40 p.m. to 5:10 p.m. 12 persons were picked up and handed over to City Police Station for further verifications. Demand Committee on the construction of the Ethnic Heritage Park today decided to temporarily suspend their hesitation following the assurance given by the Chief Minister N. Biren in the House to take up the project that will be part of Sangai Heritage Park at Kabul Lamzao. Speaking to media person at Manipur Press Club, President of DCT CECHP Ningthozam Ongbi Renubala urged the government to take up the work as promised in the House at the earliest. She also assured support to Forest Department in conserving the protected Sangai.
Kaibun Praja Singna, Sarkar Heritage Park Sabada Sangadaba Lamgi area, Pumbadu Koidone, Togjarage, Lamgi Paisa, Mata Luxury Habidusu Siemna, Lamdo Paisa, Lupakro, Mangata Rukjangna, Koina, Mupiu, Haibigi Wakalonda, Siemna, Pongo, Piraquasu, Equigi Wakalonda Yamna, Ona Taina the Prazabu, Lana, Suhan Bibase, Nuajade, Sana, Arangi the Zoo, Kaibunda, Porsan Karadi, Pirakani Haibu Wapamze, Masigi Wakalonzida, Wakanze Kandara Padarakanda, Sana Habibi Heritage Park portion Karaze, Atuba Matamda, Praza Singi Mapamda, Laktok Piraga, Hawiba Taradi, Aikoi Kongjangze, Matam Karakoi Handokjage.
United Bus Owners Welfare Association Manipur today demanded removal of Joint Director of Manipur State Transport, Delina Laishram, and Inspector Pritam by August 4 for allegedly seizing 2 buses on the charge of insufficient documents during a document checking drive. The association warned to stop transport service by bus owners from August 5 if the 2 officers are not removed from the department. Speaking to media person, General Secretary of the United Bus Owners Welfare Association Manipur, B. Danurbi said bus owners in the state had to face many problems ranging from difficulties in getting fitness, population certificate, pollution certificate, and also in getting permit documents and in exchanging documents, all due to inefficiency of the transport department as they take too much time in issuing their documents. And as a result, bus owners are compelled to take fitness certificates by paying Rs 50 on daily basis. The bus owners have also been drawing the attention of the relevant authorities to exempt vehicle tax from February 1, 2020 to September 30, 2021 as service were halted by the surge in COVID cases during those days. Not only that, memorandum have also been submitted on May 5 and July 25 to Chief Minister N. Biren, relevant minister, Transport Commissioner and its director, requesting to allow United Bus Owners Welfare Association Manipur to be the representative of all bus owners and to attend all problems of bus owners in the state. But without paying heed to any of their demands and problems, the two officers carried out the checking for documents by visiting the bus parkings, and the two buses were seized. Various transporters from different districts attended the press meet.
MST staff mayam amaga loinarga bus ki parking the changduna gari sinda kakhalaga moina gari ki driver ki license check tawba ade gari ki document check tawba madu valid oi invalid oi haidana moina gari sing pharaga hujik MST kazadi da thamgare masigi mawong ase yamna sanga da chatkadaba yamna tamthiba lisat amani haina khogi ngasi transport sing la lawi hairiba transport department da ngasi chathagi ba thawong asi da maru ba thawdang lawriba delina laisram amadi inspector pritam makoi ni tang mari baugi manungda makoi Transport Department ki lokthok tragadi mathangi nomit tang manga ki ayuk tegi aikoi starting point begi khongjang ama Manipur da passenger service to vehicle khudima ki khongjang ama changsalagane ai.
Lamlai MLA and Chairman of the Manipur Handloom and Handicrafts Development Corporation, Khongban Tabom Ivomja calls upon village-level federations to play a vital role in producing local handloom and handicrafts items. He was speaking at the Community Conversant Achievement Mela held at Karason Community Hall in Imphal District today. The fair was held on the theme Community Lead Conversant towards enhancing entitlement accessibility. Punna Hingminasi Village Level Federation, Apunbagi Thauna VLFs, Sanzen Bumt and Anoba Mangal VLF Takil, Mairapai B Youth Clubs jointly organized the event, sponsored by Manipur State Rural Livelihood Mission and PRI CBO Conversion Project. All age pension, health and widow cards were distributed during the fair. Khungang Chowkat Loop, KANGUJAM and KANGUJAM Manbi Battalion Assam Rifles jointly organized one-day awareness program on the Agnipat scheme at headquarters KANGUJAM Manbi Battalion Assam Rifles. More than 170 individuals, including aspiring Agniveers, representative of 15 self-help groups of village-level federation, and locals of KANGUJAM and nearby villages attended the program, which was held yesterday. Students for Development and Akhil Bharatiya BDRT Parishad Moirang Unit, in association with Bisnupur Forest Division, organized the mega tree plantation drive at Dilisan Public School premises in Moirang today. The program was held as a part of the Vrishak Mitra campaign, which aims at planting 1 crore saplings in India. The LDA Chairman M. Ashni Kumar, SFD Manipur in charge Akash Supate, ABVP workers and around 100 students planted saplings on the occasion. District officials of the Social Welfare Department of the Cycle Integrated Child Development ICDS project today distributed dry ration to the Angawadi centers for providing hot cooked meals under Cycle subdivision in Kampopi district. Altogether, 249 Angawadi centers collected hot cooked meal items, which will be further distributed to the beneficiaries in the form of take-home ration. As classes for the beneficiaries are on hold in view of the COVID situation, allotted ration will be distributed to the respective beneficiaries through home visits by the Angawadi workers. Admit cards of Phase 2 examination of Government University Entrance Test Undergraduate 2022 for candidates whose examinations are scheduled on August 4, 5 and 6 were released today. Registered candidates may download their admit card showing the details of the examination center from the official Kuwait UZ website. Students interested to enroll for the one-year course of Inland Fisheries Development and Management at the Inland Fisheries Training Center, Lamphel, can avail application form from Directorate of Fisheries Lamphel Part till August 18. Students who have completed 12th standard with biology as a subject can apply for this course, says the press note released by Directorate of Fisheries. Now the sport news. Judoka from Manipur, Sushila Devi Ligmabam has won a silver in women's judo 48 kg final, giving India another medal of the Commonwealth Games 2022. Sushila yesterday defeated Harriet Bonface in the quarterfinal, notched out a second win by beating Priscilla Moralt at Mauritius in the semis to assure herself a medal. With a silver guaranteed, Sushila was in a gold finish but came up short against South Africa's Michaela Whiteboy in the final, not least ensuring her second CWC medal. Manipur Olympic Association congratulates Sushila Ligmabam for winning silver medal in 48 kg category of judo event of the ongoing Birmingham Commonwealth Games 2022. Jadong Village, Kasar Shank felicitated MMA fighter Teng Chewingam Kasar, who has bagged a gold medal in 61 kg category bantamweight division of Mixed Martial Arts Championship in Mumbai. The championship was held under the aegis of Mixed Martial Arts Federation India in Mumbai on July 23. The felicitation event was held at the residence of Lightson Kasar in Jadong.
Have kanda mana sanapse am pamje ahanba boxing sanarame adudagi ese boxing dagi MMA se khumana pakta lakpa kanda ako jafreng thingne ai mana magi da sanaba yauge have kanda mana hara ni yabire ai magi da sanarame ai lep kiro sanaba sebu ahenba mayam to ningai to kini lo ningai to kini
player mayam ama koigi mayum juga chadabdagi mama pa leikhdaba leibidagi talent leiba kyama isamakna adumaina thengnaraga semgi misu kyam leiki khoina semdana kyam kui semni haibam sulai maramdi financial support amadi public support amadi khoigi government gi side umdagi su support lakpase si yauragadi ngaha matam kharni sign dormaga khoigi manghi ba habado.
All preparations are set to play the semi-final matches of the first MNCA Under-14 Boys Cricket Tournament under Manipur Cricket Association. In today's tournament, played at PTRC Patsoi Part 4 ground, Sedo Cricket Club, Thawiban batted first, securing 97 runs in 28 overs and 1 bowled with all 10 wickets down. In reply, PTRC Patsoi Part 4 secured 98 runs in 14 overs and 2 bowled with no wickets down, thus winning the match by 10 wickets. PTRC Patsoi Part 4's bowlers Benson Yumnaunt was declared man of the match. PTRC Patsoi Part 4 will meet PTCC Patsoi Part 3 in the first semi-final match, and ESU Wakai Palace Compound will meet TCMDC Tongzu Part 2 in the second semi-final. CDC Sagolban Salam Tekai and YWC Patsoi beat their respective opponents in today's matches of the 6th MNCA Plate Cricket Tournament under the aegis of Manipur Cricket Association. In the league match played at Langtawal Public Ground, CDC Sagolban Salam Tekai batted first, securing 203 runs in 40 overs with 9 wickets down. In reply, UCC Uripo Kaidem Tekai secured just 115 runs in 36 overs and 4 bowls with all 10 10 wickets down, thus losing the match by 88 runs. CDC Sagolban Salam Lekai's bowler Amjo Diwat was declared player of the match. While in another league match played at Luang Pupa Cricket Stadium in Luang Sangbon, YWC Pasoi batted first and secured 172 runs in 40 overs with 9 wickets down. In reply, RRCC Jorjapur secured 117 runs in 29 overs and 4 balls with all 10 wickets down, thus losing the match by 55 runs. YWC Pasoi all-rounder El Jagat was adjudged player of the match. YACI schools will meet KIYC Ketri Iril Mapalt at Luang Pupa Cricket Stadium tomorrow. Before we end, let's take a look at the headlines once again. House of Second Session of 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly passes 5 demands for grants of over 2,574 crore rupees on Day 8. Opposition leader Okram Ibovi says BJP-led state government's debt in 5 years is more than that of Congress government in 15 years. Congress MLA Ranjit draws attention of the House members to encroachment of Manipur's land by Myanmar. Over 12 lakh rupees sanctioned under Pradhan Mantri Adarsh Gram Yojana to carry out 5 proposals at Jampu Kambo village, Siphonto. Manipur reports 48 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 in past 24 hours. Coronavirus infect 1,39,181 people so far. And India adds 13,734 new COVID-19 cases, above 17,000 recoveries and 34 deaths in 24 hours. COVID case load stands above 1,39,000. And judoka from Manipur, Sushila Likmama back silver in women's judo 48 kg finals of ongoing Commonwealth Games 2022. That's all we have in this bulletin. Thank you for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipur Bulletin. For more news, you can follow Back TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Have a great evening and stay safe.
Directorate for Welfare of OBC and SC, Government of Manipur, notification dated 29th of June 2022. Directorate for Welfare of OBC and SC na kangalakli madadi Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment na formulate tauba Prime Minister Young Achievers Scholarship Award Scheme for